Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm gonna teach you a very important concept in programming called control structures. We use control structures to control the flow of our program. In control structure, we use if, else, and switch. Okay. For example, you want to make a program that tells if student is passed or failed. Okay. If marks are greater than 50, you will say you are passed, and if marks are less than 650, then you will say you are failed. To do that, you need to use control structures. This is how we can use control structures. First, I'm gonna create a variable max, and we will store max in this variable. Give it a default value. I'm gonna say 40. Okay, this is out of 100. Okay, max are out of 100, and if max are greater than 50, then user is passed, otherwise he's failed. Okay, now we're gonna use control structures. Okay, let's use if else. I'm gonna say if max are greater than 50. Now you must know, guys, what this symbol means. If you know mathematics, then this symbol means greater than. Okay, and this symbol means less than. Okay, but we're gonna say greater than. If max are greater than 50, then we're gonna say you are passed. I'm gonna give it an alert. You guys know how to use alert. I'm gonna say you are passed. Okay, now what will happen when our program will run? It will check if max are greater than 50. It will see max, oops, no, marks are not greater than 50, so it will not run this code. Okay, it will not give this alert, because this code will run when this condition becomes true. But now this condition is not true, this condition is false. We are saying marks are greater than 50, but this is false, marks are not greater than 50. Okay, so this condition will not run. So now what we want to do, we want to do give another code. We want to provide another code that if max are not greater than 50, then we're gonna say you are failed. Then we will use else. Okay, if oops, okay, if this statement does not run, if this condition is false, it will this will not run. Okay, let me make it clear so you clearly see. Okay, if this condition is false, it will not run, so it will run this part right here, this code between these two braces. Okay, then we will say alert. I'm gonna say you are failed. Now let's run it. I'm gonna refresh it. See, you are failed because marks are less than 50, marks are 40, less than 50, and this condition becomes false, so it will not run. It will come to else part and run this. Okay, so now let's make marks greater than 50. I'm gonna say 60. Okay, so let's refresh it. See, you are passed because max are greater than 60. You can create a grade calculator or a GPA calculator or a simple calculator using these control structures. Okay, let's create a grade calculator. Okay, there we will check for different conditions. For example, if max are greater than 90, then we're gonna say 90 or 85, then we're gonna say grade is equal to A. You got a grade. Okay, so if max are greater than 70 but less than 85 for 90, then we're gonna say grade is B. If max are greater than 50, then we're gonna say you got a C grade, and that's how it works. I'm just giving example, so you can create whatever you like. Okay, so now I'm gonna create grade calculator, so I'm gonna create another variable grade, and we will save grade in this variable. Okay, then we will alert the grade. Okay, so now let me remove this else part. So now what we will do, we will use if else a lot of time. Okay, there we need to write if a lot of times, so it will check for every condition. It will check for 85 max, it will check for 60 max, it will check for 50 max. To apply that functionality, there's another thing we have, and that is called else if. Okay, and we can provide conditions inside that else if. So I'm gonna make else if. Let me make this 85. Let me remove this grade is equal to, we're gonna say a, okay. Else if we use else if to provide another condition, okay. These are very important, you need to learn this very carefully, okay. These are very important in programming, this is very important concept and you will be using this a lot of times, okay. So I'm gonna say else if max are greater than 70, then grade will be equal to b, else if max greater than 60, then we're gonna say grade equal to c, else if max greater than 50, then we're gonna say grade is equal to d, okay. And then we're gonna just write else, because we don't have we just want to, if marks are less than 50, then we're gonna say you are failed, okay. Then we don't need to write else if, you can just write else, okay. But you can also write else if you like, you can say if else if max max less than 50, okay. You can do this, but nobody does this, everybody likes to write just else, okay. Okay, if you're not understanding what this is, just let me write and then I will explain what this is for, okay. F, okay. After all these, we're gonna alert the grade, okay. Your grade is, okay. Now I'm gonna concatenate grade. We use plus sign to concatenate. Concatenate means add, okay. We're gonna add something to this string, okay, which is grade. Grade is a variable. To join your variable with this string, you can write plus after this double quote, okay, plus and then variable name. So this will say your grade is, if the grade is a, it will say your grade is a, and if b, your grade is b, and so on, okay. So let me explain this. What will happen? It will check if max are greater than 85. If max are really greater than 85, then it will say grade A, and then none of the other condition will run. This will not run, okay. This whole block will not run, okay. Then it will just jump here, okay, and it will alert. And if max are not greater than 85, it will comes to this part, else if, and it will see if max are greater than 70. And if max are really greater than 70, or actually greater than 70, that will say grade is equal to b, and it will not run the rest of the part, and it will come to alert. The same thing is here, it will come to this. If it is true, it will come out of it and will not run the rest of the conditions, and if it is true, it will run this and not run this. And if all of these are false, this is 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 false, and then it will run else part and will say grade F. Now let's write the max 62, okay, and let's see what it says. I'm gonna refresh. It says your grade is C. So let's check if the grade is actually C or not. Okay, max are 62, it will come here and it will see no, marks are not greater than 85. It will not run this part, okay. It will come here, it will see if marks are greater than 70. No, marks are not greater than 70, so it will not run this part, okay. So it will come here and will see if max are greater than 60. Yeah, max are greater than 60. 62 is greater than 60, so it will run this part and will say grade is equal to C. Grade will be saved in this variable, and then it will not run this part, and it will directly come to the alert and will say your grade is C, that we saved here, okay. So now let's test another time. This time I'm gonna say 90 and see what happens. Your grade is A, that is correct. Max are greater than 85. Yeah, it's 90 greater than 85, so this part will run, okay. This is working great. So I hope you guys now understand how to work with control structures, or if else all control structures, okay. These are called control structures, and switch is also a control structure. We will discuss switch in the next video. So if you guys have any problem in this video or anything here, you can add a discussion and I will reply to you as soon as I see the discussion, okay. You can also use nested else if, for example, if max are greater than 85, then you want to make another condition here. For example, if grade equals a, then do this, else do this. I'm just giving example. You can do this, and if it comes to else part, you want to write another if condition here. If else are inside the if else control structures, then this is called nested if else. Okay, for example, you can see this is nested if else. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video where I will teach you switch.